All right, so every time you might not be able to hear it because of the noise canceling, maybe I don't know. But hey, y'all, I'm Sly, and Sly has a story today. Yesterday, I had a trip to the VA, and well, a few years back, like 2016 or something, I was coming home from a gig, and my saddlebags were full. I was on my motorcycle, and I had my blazer stuffed in my right side saddlebag. I was coming on the 5, and as I was coming off the 5, or while I was on the 5, my GPS was like, turn right now to get off on the exit. And so I turned, and I don't know why. I turned awkwardly as hell for a motorcycle, and I dumped it, right? But I was coming off the freeway. So at least a good 15, 20 miles an hour. It was dark, right? I was on a motorcycle, so I probably wasn't going real fast. But I was going fast enough that when I dumped it, um, that took me with it, and I was able to pretty much jump out the way, except for I got caught under the bike, my foot, and it drug me sideways down the off ramp over on somewhere near Glendale or Burbank. And a lot of road rash was involved, a lot of pain, like a lot of pain. I was in one other motorcycle accident prior to this, but this one hurt. This one really hurt. Like, I just wanted to sit there and I was just crying. It hurt so bad. Like, it was just like, I gotta get home. I gotta get home. And it just hurt. Like I'm in the middle of fucking nowhere and I've got to like, I don't know, my head wasn't in the right place, I guess. But long story short, or to end that story, once I started to get cleaned up a little bit, there are actually, I think, photos somewhere of the actual like scrapes and shit that I got from it on my ankle. But a piece of probably like I don't want to say what it was, but a piece of rock, right? Some kind of little pebble. Um, it got lodged up under that skin as it was healing, and it was there for a while. Like I could fondle it around and shit and move it and stuff, and I knew it was there. It's colored around. It was like a black spot on my ankle. You can see it in one of the pictures. Um, but it's been there for a while. I asked my doctors about it, and they're like, don't have to worry about it unless it's causing you problems. Well, a couple times throughout the last few years, I've like kind of leaned on my ankle wrong, and it hurt. Like it hurt. So I was at uh, my annual actually in like February, was it? March? February. And I mentioned it. I was like, hey, so there's this thing under my skin. I think it's a rock, piece of asphalt. Is it possible that we can maybe see about getting it removed? And he's like, well, you need to go check out podiatry and see what they say about it. I was like, all right, cool. So we set up the referral, and I went to podiatry yesterday, actually. And I got in there and had them look at it, and they're looking at it, and they're saying, yeah, it could be probably a piece of rock. I can feel it under there. There's something there, but it's been in there for a while, so there's probably like tissue and stuff kind of grown over it, right? So there's some cutting involved. I was like, well, how long is it going to take? I was like, when can we do it? Oh, we can do it right now. I got an appointment. I have an MRI at 11:30. It's like 10:45. Yeah, we can do that. We just got to set up the machine, have you sign off on it, and we'll do it. Let's do it, right? And so I'm watching them set it all up, and I'm kind of not really nervous, but I'm just like, hey, okay. They stick me with the needle, numb me up a little bit of that diluted blood draws out. I was like, oh, that's cool. They iodined it up, and then they come over with the scalpel, and they graphic warning. They pull the scalpel off, and he starts making those incisions. I can't see anything really because like his hand's right here, and like I'm over here. I'm looking at his hand like this, right? And so I'm just kind of like glancing away. I don't want to be that little pussy who's all like, I can't look, it's blood, because I'm not that. So I'm literally like, I'm interested, right? I'm the Y guy. I don't want to know what's going on. And I'm watching him, and he's just like little cuts, and then he pulls out the forceps, and then the locking scissors thingies. I forget what he called them, but like he's messing around in there, and I can feel like the pressure and stuff of him pushing, and at times when he's grabbing like the stones, I can feel the slipping of the metal on the stone, right? I don't know how to describe it, but I could feel that that's what it was, right? I don't know. Um, Maybe I was just like visualizing it, right? And as he's digging around in here, he dug around for a while. It didn't hurt though, right? They numbed me up, local anesthetic, or whatever they call it. Yeah, I guess that's right. And he's cutting at it. He's got his soon-to-be doctor actually. Don't know the names, but he's supposed to be a doctor next month, right? So that's pretty cool. I was like, well, congratulations, man. That's awesome. And they're cutting away, and he pulls out this phone, like flashlight flash for photography or whatever, like to use it in the doctor's office. And I'm like, that's fucking genius. Like, I mean, you'd think, oh, well, it's just a fucking flashlight. But that's genius because he's using a photography tool that he has probably from his photography, and he's using it as a tool to do like minor. It's not even really a surgery. I don't even a procedure, minor procedures, right? And so I'm just like, that's so fucking cool. I was blown away. I don't care, right? Because you don't think about that, and right? They're in this situation, and anyways, think probably 20 minutes of him digging around in there is what it was, and then finally he's like, oh, I think I got it, and boink, he pulls that mother out, right? Like, holy, how did I not know that was in my ankle? Like, I knew it was in my ankle, but how did that, it's so crazy that it never bothered me. Like, he says that there's a possibility that, foreign objects and stuff can be broken down by the body. And I'm like, well, apparently they can't break down this rock because it did not look, well, it might have been a little bit smoother maybe than what it was initially, but usually those types of gravel pebbles and shit are like really smooth anyways. Because it was one of the ramps off the 5, so it's not like technically that black asphalt anymore. So yeah, I don't know what it is, but that's what I had removed from my ankle yesterday. And on top of that, I got an MRI for my back again, just to kind of like check on it to see where it's at, if it's like getting worse or better or anything like that. Because it's trying to do the healthy thing, yeah. And what was the other thing? Oh, my ears! Holy crap! So I got my ears drained, and not drained. I got an ear lavage, I think is the word. Yeah, that sounds right. And you put the drops in your ears for a couple days, and then you go in, and then they put this like, there's like Roto-Rooter freaking ear thing, and it's got like jets in it and shit, and it's just like blows into your ear and shit. And it's not that it hurts at first, but it was kind of like uncomfortable. But like she blew out this ear, and you see a little bit of wax in the bowl they show you and stuff. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm sorry, I just smacked the microphone, my bad. And I don't have a lapel. I apologize. One of these days I'll probably get one. If I do this often. This is the first time I've ever done this, like ever. And we're doing it in one take, so whatever. It put in the ear, a little bit of earwax, right? Not as much out of this ear, because I thought this was the bad ear, because this is the one I always seem to have issues with. I thought. But then she went into this ear, and, she starts blowing around, and they do it 3 times, right? And they dump it, and they do it again, and they dump it, and they do it again. Or, well, they don't dump it, but the ear dumps it kind of thing. They pull it out. I don't remember. Maybe that was a dump. Yeah, it's 3 times, and with dumps 3 times. Yeah. I had shit in my ear, okay? They were blasting water into my brain. I don't know. Anywho, one of the last ones out of this year, she's like, holy crap, look at this. And I kid you not, there was a ball of earwax the size of the fucking pebble that they just pulled out of my ankle. Not even joking. I didn't get a picture of it because I find earwax more disgusting than rocks. I don't know. It was just, ugh. No, thank you. But it was in my ear, and it was like, no fucking wonder that I always put the earbuds in this ear when I'm talking to people, because I can't really hear out of this ear. And all of a sudden now, I can hear everything again. Well, not everything. I wasn't bad, but this one I think was definitely plugged. So that's like awesome, right? So I got a piece removed from my ankle, I got a piece removed from my ear, and I got an x-ray of my back so we can see what the status of if it's like gotten any better or worse for the last 2 years, right? So we'll see. Anyways, I'm Sly Green. I had a story. Hope you enjoyed it.